Hey, I'm Cam. I'm a 50-year-old guitar player and skateboarder from Umu, New Zealand. And today I just wanted to check out some new shoes that I've just got. And I'm pretty excited about them. These have just literally arrived in the mail today. And they are the new Vans Half-Cab Wafflecups. Now, I am a big fan of Vans Half-Cab shoes. I've been wearing them for years and years and years now, since I bought my first pair. They are the super comfortable shoes for skating, and the reason I originally got them is because I was getting quite a lot of heel bruising. And I bought these for the big, thick inner sole that I hoped would help with the bruised heels I was getting, and they did help really well. And plus, they offered a bit of extra ankle support and ankle protection from snake bites, you know, the ones where your skateboard runs into your ankle. They don't completely protect you from snake bites. They're a little bit low, but I still get those. But I have loved wearing half cab shoes, and I have bought the exact same pair of I can't get that back in. I've been wearing the exact same pair of shoes for a number of years. I always get black half cabs. These are taped up, as you can see, because I do a lot of knee sliding. I bail a lot to my knees when I'm skateboarding, and this tape is just to protect the laces because I go through a lot of pairs of laces. I had a situation a week or so ago at the skate park where I was having a bit of a skate session with some friends, and I had to stop rather abruptly because my shoes fell apart. What happens with half cabs eventually, I mean, one of the reasons I get half cabs is because they last me really well, but eventually every pair suffers the same fate. And this bit will get the sole here will get unstuck here, and the whole thing comes away, and my feet end up poking through. I would show you on my old pair, but I chucked them out, unfortunately. But it is always something that eventually happens. It's not a major problem because it doesn't happen quickly. So I find I can wear half cabs for months and months of skateboarding before this happens. So I keep buying them because I love them. I always have two pairs. One is for skating and anything that's kind of mucking around, you know, like any time they might get dirty. And I've got always got a newer pair in circulation as my good shoes. So I had to shoot home and I had to grab my good shoes so I could go back to the skate park and finish skating. So then I had to order some new shoes. So I was hunting around for a good deal on half cabs, and I just couldn't find one, except I found these on clearance. And they are the Wafflecup, which I was interested in trying anyway. So this sole joins a bit differently. You can see the differences. So the way that this whole sole is inserted with this whole wraparound part, this is more like one piece here. I think the sole might be one whole piece, and then just with the stick-on toe. That's what I think. Unfortunately, they didn't have black in my size. So rather than pay higher price for black ones, because I'm a cheapskate, I decided I would try the white ones. And obviously they're going to get dirty a lot quicker, so these are going to be my skate shoes, I think, and I will, because I've only skated in these twice, they should be okay to still be my good shoes for a little bit longer anyway. Now, one concern I do have with these just immediately is that this middle part here and this edge part, not such a big deal there, but on the toe, I'm not sure what that material is. Not canvas, it's more like a nylon-y kind of material, and it looks a bit thin. I do a lot of knee sliding, as I said, and I do get a lot of wear on this point right here where my toes slide, when my toes slide down the ramp. And so I'm worried that I'm going to wear through this pretty quickly, this little nylon piece here. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. It definitely has some layer. I can feel from the inside that there are some layers. I tried them on, and I can tell you that so far they feel brilliant. And actually they might be a little bit easier to walk in initially. I find half cabs always have a bit of a break-in period. When you first put them on, they feel a bit stiff in the sole, and they feel like they might slide off the back of your foot a bit. But after one wear, walking up and down the hall with these, look, I haven't even worn them outside yet. They did feel really comfortable, and they felt like they molded to my foot a little better. I did actually get a right foot as well, in case you're wondering. Okay, had a bit of a ride around outside on these. I got to work today, so I can't go for a proper skate. Unfortunately, it's supposed to rain anyway. But I got to say, these are super comfortable. One of the reasons they feel a bit more comfy is that the tongue is, I didn't notice at first, but the tongue is quite a bit thicker, quite a bit more padded. I have to go a half size bigger with my half cabs because I take a 10.5. I had a pair of 10.5 half cabs and they were the right size, but it's very hard to get half sizes in New Zealand. We're a small country and they just don't bring them in. They just bring full sizes in. So I always put a little extra inner sole in my shoes to take up a little bit of the space and make it feel a bit more like a 10.5. I don't need to with these. These feel just great for me. So they hug your foot a little bit better. So I'm not saying you need to go up a half size. I'm just saying if they normally just feel a little bit too loose, then these are going to feel perfect. The other thing I didn't notice is they've got a little stash pocket in there. I've only just noticed that. Which, if you want to put your stash, I guess. I don't have a stash. But maybe your key or for me, I might take some painkillers. That might be a good idea. Right, I've had these shoes for not quite a week now. I've worn them every day and been skateboarding in them a couple of times, and they're honestly like one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes I've ever owned. I was already a big fan of half cabs. They are my go-to shoe. But I gotta say, these are even more comfortable. Just the way it's designed, it just hugs my foot a lot better and doesn't feel loose at all, and I don't feel like I need to put that inner sole in. They just fit really well. I've grown to really love this Stormtrooper colorway. I saw somebody calling it that, and I thought, oh, it's now that I've seen that it's the Stormtrooper colorway, I can't unsee it. And this has got to be up there with some of my favourite shoes I've ever owned. Right up there with the Airwalk 540F prototype and the independent collaboration half cabs. I love those ones. And my 1980s Cons basketball boots, which look something like this, I think. That was a long time ago. But certainly in terms of comfort, this would be probably the most comfortable pair of shoes I've ever owned. And they look pretty cool too, and I kind of hope that Vans keeps making half cabs like this. I mean, I think it's a big improvement on what was already an awesome design. So yeah, highly recommended. Vans Half Cab Waffle Cups. What a brilliant shoe.